Hello everybody and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon and I'm back today with yet another episode of Monthly Modules. Let's get back into this game, my friends. Let's go around the cast and crew, let's figure out who we are and who we're playing. And let's begin with our Dungeon Master, Obo Crazy. Obo, how's it going, my friend?
It's going well. I'll be playing all the people they'll be trying to kill you.
Yay! And all of the things.
I thought I'd keep it simple.
I wanted to die today.
Great stuff. Well, we have Lauren back with us tonight. That's totally Ginger. Lauren, how's it going?
Oh, it's going really well. I had a birthday this weekend, so today concludes my weekend of gaming birthday celebrations, and I'm super happy to be here with my Encounter Roleplay fam. Today I am playing... Right, I remember what's happening. Sugar. I'm playing Sugar Adelard, the youngest Azamar Adelard sibling. She's a paladin of Sunni. She's also a warlock of like whatever. It's chill. That's me.
Totally chill is what it is. Great stuff. We have Chris, aka Senrif, back with us tonight. Chris, how's it going, my friend?
It's going good. Thanks for having me back. And I'll be playing Zymedes, the oldest but not the wisest of the Adelard trio. And he's been making his big...
the sexiest.
The topless barbarian, the zealots. And he's going to be cooking up some Kentucky Fried Rock this session once it slaps into the giant plane of glass that I have made a trap for it. It's totally going to fall for it.
Totally gonna fall for it. Our elaborate plan is about to be pulled off, to perfection, I think. Great stuff. We also have Sam, Harley's Armory, back with us tonight. Sam, how's it going?
I'm great. I will be playing Nyla. She's an elf ranger. She is also an awkward tree person, so that's always fun.
That is always fun. Great stuff.
Survive.
Awesome. And last but not least, we have Toto D. How's it going, Toto D?
Doing wonderful. I'm so excited to be back. I have just recently moved to Washington, D.C., so hence new place, mess, so sorry everyone. But I'm super grateful to be back to play my favorite character, Trinkle Teabottle, who is my halfling bard, who is just absolutely adorable and cute and lovely beyond all reasons. And so hopefully I can come save this crew from utter destruction, because we all know who the real hero is.
Absolutely. And that is me! No. But I will be playing Rylan Adelard today, the Asimar sorcerer extraordinaire, who is adept at trapping rocks, it would seem, in great glass houses. Who knows? He's back today, and we'll see how this goes for him. But before we dive into the game, before we remind ourselves what happened last week, I'll remind you guys there in the chat that, of course, we are sponsored here today by FancyGrounds.com. Go over to FancyGrounds and check out their virtual tabletop. We're using it here. There's going to be some beautiful maps and tokens created by Ethan, Super Robot Bear on Twitter. But we're using Fancy Grounds in which to bring them to life and roll our dice. You can try it out for free, or of course you can get their first license starts at about $4, so you can try that out there. Then of course whalinggames.co.uk is a place to go for all of your miniature needs, and of course for all of the D&D books. I imagine that the new Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica will be up on whalinggames.co.uk for pre-order pretty shortly, and it'll be at up to 20% off the retail value, so definitely go and check out their website. I sell tons of RPG books and miniatures. Of course, you guys can interact with today's show. If you haven't followed yet, hit the follow button and join us. When we hit 20 followers and, of course, 20 retweets on that tweet, you guys get to decide something which happens next in our campaign. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. And last but not least, donate to affect the game by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and worse. But I'll hand over back to Obo Crazy to remind ourselves of what happened last week on the show.
Well, I think instead of me reminding you what happened last week on the show, I think we're actually going to go back in time a little bit, because for the first time in a while, I've got my whole crew. Thank you. I love how immediately everyone... Nope. Never be sorry with going Wayne and Garth. It always makes me happy. Trinkle the last time we saw you, you had a few traumatic experiences, and so as the rest of your crew trundled off to the tiny town of Merrick, you had a nice, lovely morning of shopping and spa day and relaxing and basically trying to recover a little bit from some awful, awful things. Tell me, what does Trinkle do to enjoy a morning off?
Oh, morning off. Well, actually, what she'd actually probably do would probably just try to see if there's a, actually what she'd probably do actually more natural. Is there like a local forest around here, kind of just small area with water or something?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You stayed behind in Triel. You had all been transported to this larger town, and then your friends went off to Merrick to kind of scout on ahead, and you've stayed behind. And Triel is a fairly nice-sized town on the road up towards Waterdeep, and yeah, very close by there is a lovely forest. There's a little stream. You can easily find some nature nearby.
Yeah, I would probably, what I would do is I'd probably go to the stream, and I just probably just think a little bit for a little bit about my former patron Elmater, who I had healed many under his name, yet at the same time I'd probably just talk to him for a little bit. And so I'd probably be like, Elmater, I blamed you for a lot of things. And guess what? I'm still not happy with you. It's just been rough recently because, I don't know. I healed so many under your name, and yet, because you're the god of suffering, you feel like you've hurt people. That's why I think I like Bahamut better. His strength and everything, and yet, I don't know. Bahamut, if you can hear me, please let me know. I'm trying to find, I don't know. I'm trying to find the god that saved me. So whoever you are, God, please let me know who you are, because I don't know. I'm just still lost. I'm lost with who I am, and I don't like the feeling that I could go away and die any second, because it just reminds me of all those people that I couldn't save, that had conditions beyond what I could prepare. And these hands, you gave me these hands to heal people. Yet you almost took them away from me. Like, what is that? What is that? I'm supposed to be a healer. And yet, I couldn't heal anyone. Not even myself.
You grow quiet, and for a very long time, all you can hear is the brook going by and kind of the gentle sounds of nature. It's a pretty nice morning, and after a moment, you're way off in the distance back towards the town. You hear the familiar voice of Zunde, this strange old woman who has suddenly come into your life that has reintroduced the Azamar brothers to their sister, that seems to be more powerful than she lets on. But at the moment, she is standing or walking through the woods, maybe about 100, 200 yards behind you, and you hear her go, "Wrinkle! I'm not really a woodsy kind of woman. Sorry, hello? Are you lost? I know you want to spend, hello?
Yeah.
She hears you. You can very clearly see her, like, roll an insight check. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. She's been watching me creep. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, that was a nat 20 on my side. Wait a second here, but I'll do it. Oh, holy crap. Did it finally go through? Okay. So 12.
Okay.
I accidentally threw in the wrong spot.
So when you had asked to spend a little bit of time alone after you'd had a nice breakfast and done a little bit of shopping, and she'd been more than happy to let you go off. You get the sense she hasn't been watching you, but she doesn't look as lost as you think she is. You think maybe she's come to find you and she's trying to not sneak up on you.
Gotcha. She like knew I was there, but she's like not trying to scare me.
Exactly. And she's trying, like, just in case you need to finish up or something. She's intentionally playing, you think she might be playing older than she really lets on, just to ease into coming back up. But she's still pretty far away. She locks eyes with you when you finally look at her, and she's like, "Oh, hi!
Hi.
You need some more? Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll be there in a second. I just need to finish up something.
Sure, whatever.
And
I'll be over at the Stone Bucks down the street when you're done. And she turns around and trundles back.
Okay, perfect. Save me a seat. And before I head out, I'm just gonna use some herbs that I have, and I'm gonna take off my gloves and just wash my arms in the stream, just with these kind of special herbs that I've kept from the temple beforehand.
Okay.
And just kind of do a little cleansing, just to kind of get my mind off of the traumatic experience. And then I'll put my glove bags on, and I'll head back to hang out with her.
Sure. And it feels good, especially after your scare from before. It feels good to wash in the cold stream, and the herbs feel good, and they smell nice, and it's a soothing feeling. Yeah.
Perfect.
You had... Sorry, go ahead.
I just slap my face a couple times, jump up and down, and, just get myself pumped up. Do a Superman stand for like 3 minutes, and then head back.
All right. You do. You find Zende over by the Stone Bucks, which isn't far away because there's always one nearby. She's standing outside with 2 steaming cups of coffee, even though it's like noonish at this point. Hands you one, is drinking out of the other, and says, "So, are you ready to go catch up with your friends?"
Yeah, that sounds good. I think I took the time that I needed just to commune with my god, so I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's when you do the things that you do and you go off and save people, sometimes you get hurt and sometimes it's hard. It happens to all of us.
Well,
but I think you're...
Huh? Sorry, you're the word of wisdom.
If I'm the word of wisdom, then the world is in trouble. I've made my share of mistakes. So, but if you're ready, I think your friends need you.
Okay, I'll go. I grab the coffee and I just, what do I do? How are you gonna get me there?
Oh, she rubs her hands together and says, "The same way I always do. Magic."
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's true. That's really cool. You need to teach me that sometimes. I mean, it'd be cool to just like, poof, and that'd be awesome. But maybe later down the road.
It's a powerful bit of magic, and I can only do it so many times. But in this case, let's not go by horse. And she puts her hand on your shoulder, kind of in a comforting way, and looks you in the eye and says, "Let's go." And you blink, and you're not standing in town anymore. And you're no longer standing with Zende anymore. You are alone on a road just outside of town. And actually, if you go to the map, you'll see yourself. Dun dun dun. You'll see yourself on the edge of this very small town that you remember. So Zende kind of filled you in on the basics of what your friends had known before they had gone on off. That there was this town, this tiny little village that's basically run by a woman named Cora Sideband. She's got a glassworks factory there, and no one has heard from anybody in this town for many days, and your friends have been sent out to find out what's wrong. That's really all that anybody knows. As you have appeared on this simple dirt road leading into this town, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Woo! 19! I see things.
Nice! You see lots of things. You first notice the quiet of the village. There's nobody about. It's a tiny little hamlet of a town, but there is nobody, except you do see movement in the trees off to the east. You could swear you see short, dark figures creeping through the woods there. And as you follow where they're going, they seem to be heading north around the town towards what looks like some long buildings on the very northern edge of the town that you can just kind of see through the houses. You also
Do I recognize those figures? Do I recognize those figures?
With that roll, you don't recognize them. It's a little hard. They're doing a very good job of sneaking. It's only your perception that really picks them out. They're short, so you don't think they're almost halfling sized, maybe gnomes, maybe something like that, but dark. Like
there's
either they're
definitely not Ziomedes there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh no. This is not any of your friends. This is not any other. These creatures are maybe 3.5 foot tall. There seem to be 4 of them, and they're doing a really good job of sneaking. You're just doing a better job of looking. And the other dark thing that catches your eye is a shadow that flicks over the town that makes you look up into the sky. And for a moment, you don't even really believe what you see. It's this giant bird that just flies hundreds of feet in the air, flying over the town, large enough to block the sun like an airplane has gone by. And so you see the shadow and you look up and kind of trace it, and it flies past. And then you think you might see it starting to make a turn.
Like coming back?
Yeah, like you think it might be circling.
That's a big bird.
That's a very big bird.
Give me just 2 seconds. I actually think I have an ability. I'm gonna look at the middle building. I'm gonna look at the middle building and I'm gonna send a message and be like, "Hello, is anybody in there? I'm here." Hello?
Sadly, no. You don't hear.
Nothing?
No.
I'm gonna creep up closer to this area, wherever. I don't know if I can. There. I'm little.
Yeah, well, there's a town and there are buildings and yeah. So yeah, just go ahead.
I'm trying to creep up to like more of the middle part and like hide inside just like one of the smaller buildings and see if there's anyone in there, or if not, just like take hiding in there until I maybe see my friends or something.
Sure. Yeah, you run on up the first building that you come across. It seems to be a house, a fairly small house. Doors closed, windows are shuttered and everything. The door is unlocked, and so if you want to go on in, you absolutely can. I'm
going to go inside just for a second, see if I see anything, or just kind of take shelter there for like maybe a minute to see if I see anything that happens.
Okay. Yeah, you take a look, and nobody inside, but you duck on in and can definitely hide inside that building. As you duck into that building...
Yeah?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say, if anything, I'd be sending messages to all the buildings as I can to try to see if I can find somebody, but until then, I'll just probably chill.
Sure. All right, you chill in that building. As you do that and kind of gather yourself to start sending more messages, the rest of you, to catch you guys up, are in the southernmost of these 3 long buildings, surrounded by some of the townsfolk. Ziomedes has spent most of the evening and much of the early morning, with the help of the townsfolk, tearing out the eastern wall and creating a pane of glass, basically a giant window. And the rest of you have been having some interesting discussions along the way when there's a moment in where Ziomedes, you see a figure out in the bushes and the trees.
Offering.
Uh-oh.
God damn it, Isriva. I think that's for everyone except for Ziomedes, and we double check that.
Well, you double check that, I'll finish. Ziomedes, you have noticed there's a figure out in the trees, in the bushes, doing its best to hide a short figure. You can't quite make out too many details in the early morning light, but it is definitely hefting a large rock, and it looks like what you'd imagine a young child would be doing right before they break a window, but this seems a little more intent on that. What would you like to do?
Okay, quickly alert the others that I spotted someone, obviously. I'm like, wait, I see someone. And they're looking straight at me. They're on to us.
We're not afraid of people, we're just afraid of giant flying birds, Ziomedes. They're probably another refugee.
Ziomedes, go ahead and roll a perception check, since you've locked eyes with this creature and now have alerted everybody.
Okay, here it is. Oh, I have advantage, I forgot. So I'll roll again, just with the shield.
That's still pretty...
Okay, so 18.
You, probably because this creature feels like it's been made, probably because it's small enough that it has to move up a little bit closer in order to really throw this rock. So it seems to be hefting, and then it decides that it has to actually move up closer. You notice that it's a bird. It's not like the rock that's flying above, but it's small. It's 2.5, 3 feet tall, this crow-like appearance, but wearing armor, some very light armor, and a long beak and a cowl, and what look like black feathers all over. Like, this is a bipedal bird hefting a large rock, and it comes walking on up, and it seems to hesitate for a moment as you eye it, and it's about to swing.
I quickly go to the pane of the glass. I'm like, no, waving my hands.
Rylan, what's going on?
Yeah, so it's 2 for Rylan, 1 for Sugar, and 1 for Ziomedes. So roll that one up, Ziomedes. I'll read out my 2 here. My first one is that each day I am 40% likely to crave garlic intensely. All right, really like garlic.
What about craving garlic? I heard like half of that.
I'm 40% likely to intensely crave garlic.
All right.
Each day. Secondly, hundreds of blood-red worms course from my nostrils.
Yeah. What is happening to you?
I don't know. Sugar, someone nearby is sentenced to be executed for heresy. Someone nearby is sentenced to be executed for heresy. Some witch hunters in town. And then Ziomedes can cause one creature near him to turn into iron.
Oh, just permanently? Because that's happening to this little bird man.
Yes!
All right. You wave your arms. You panically. No. All your hard work, all of everybody's hard work of creating this window about to be undone by this strange bird creature with a large rock. It winds its arm back, and then for a moment, Ziomedes, you are so intent about saving everybody in this town. All of your hard work to save everybody in this town is about to be undone in this moment that you pray to your god. And glare at this creature, and you can feel Bahamut work through your glare, and this creature freezes. You don't know exactly what has happened, but it stopped moving.
Did I just do that?
No, this place seems like we are highly in touch with our gods here.
Perhaps.
Verna, the halfling that has been helping you, the daughter of Cora, comes up and says, "What's happened? What's going on? What is that? Are we being attacked?"
Well, I don't know what I don't know what nature has done, but there's a half-human, half-bird man over there.
Now it's just like a statue.
Yes, through sheer will alone. Something I felt channel through me, and now he's frozen in place, like a. But I knew he was about to smash my hard work. All right, I just spent all day putting this window up. Had to do something.
Yeah.
Let's go out and investigate.
Verna says, "Yes, we should go. If there's going to be more of them, we should check them out." And she's going to follow you out. As you guys come outside, Trinkle, I'll say at this point, as you've been message, you do finally point in the direction of the long building to kind of the southeasterly portion of the town, the big one. Are you trying to hit any of your friends in specific, or are you just looking for whoever will answer?
Whoever will answer, actually.
Oh no.
All right, go.
It's gonna be like when you suddenly get a signal and all the messages come flooding in, like bloop, 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 bloop.
Actually, go ahead and roll a d4. Trinkle.
4. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. Ooh.
2. Well, that makes sense. Diomedes, you step outside. You move along to the side of this building looking at this creature, this bird creature that was about to ruin your window that seems to now have been turned into an iron statue of some sort. And then in your head, you hear Trinkle. Trinkle, what's your message?
Are you guys there? Please tell me. I'm trying to find you. And then I almost as if like I was gonna like go to a next one. I'm like, dang it, they're probably not there.
So as I immediately hear Trinkle, I quickly like swing my head around in a wide arc to try and spot her, but also knowing that I can reply to the message, I'll be like, yes, here. No, we're still here. Like quickly trying to reply to anyone.
Where's here?
I'm waving my arms. If you can't see me, then I don't know. Outside the big building, number 3.
Well, what's number 3? Like, which one's 1? Which one's 2? Well, I'm assuming I kind of know where the message is.
Right.
Left to right. Okay, I think I know.
Wait, west to east. West to east. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And are you like at the top or your bottom? Is there floors? I don't know. I can't tell.
Hold on. Let me see if I can help out with that. I'll cast like the light cantrip onto the end of my spear and start waving it around.
Trinkle, because you know which direction you cast the message in, you're looking in the right direction. As this light goes off, you very clearly see Diomedes now. You almost make eye contact with him. You see him. Also, at the same time, you kind of glance around because you've been looking all over the place.
Yeah.
You see the 4 creatures that had been crawling through the brush. They're getting quite close to where he is. You also see that giant bird in the sky that's turned around is starting to head back and is coming down.
Uh-oh.
Like, you're not the only one that saw Diomedes and his light.
Zio! Turns out they saw you! And then I will start running towards. I will stealthily. I will stealthily run towards the little 4 guys that are outside because I'm assuming they're not my friends. So.
Well, you know for sure that they're not your friends. You don't know what they are.
Yeah. I don't know what they are. They're not my friends though, and I don't want Diomedes to get hurt. So I'm gonna go over and creep.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
You don't see me! I don't exist!
Nice! Yeah, I don't see you. That's how well you stealth. What'd you actually roll besides the nat 20?
Nat 20 plus 3. So 23.
Okay. Yeah, you duck out of sight. You're just gone. And it's very obvious that these creatures don't see you either as they continue to sneak up towards Diomedes. What are the rest of you doing? Sugar, Nyla, Rylan?
I'm going to stay inside while all this goes down. It seems like a personal issue amongst the two of them.
Right, I thought we were doing the plan with the window.
This is the plan. We stay
Is
inside.
this the plan? Oh.
Yeah.
Right,
The bird comes to the window. We're inside. We're like bait.
right. We
So-
smash. Smash.
I mean, if the bird gets them, then the plan goes to, nothing.
Shit.
Because the window.
Shitty
Is it done?
shit.
Is the window done?
It is,
The window's
but I
pretty
don't
much done.
remember.
Yeah, you guys were like talking
Pretty
and
much.
having emotional issues and deciding on futures and who wanted to talk about what and when you were going to get married. There was a whole big, intense
thing.
discussion that Diomedes just
No,
went nope and took all the rest of the crew and overnight basically has torn down the side of this building and created a giant window. And just as it was getting done, as the sun was coming up, that's when all of this has started to go down and Trinkle has arrived, and there's been fun.
I
right, so you
blocked
guys are gonna
out
stay
that whole
inside.
part with the emotions.
Okay, Diomedes, you can see from where you are. You suddenly don't see Trinkle. You know she's got to be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
But you do. All you can really see is this creature that you've turned to iron.
Yeah, I'm going to be heading towards that, just I'll be cautiously getting closer, keeping my eyes on the sky mostly, because that's what I'm most kind of prepared for. But I do want to know what the heck is this thing, because I suddenly get a feeling that, I don't know, the rock's been busy.
All right, go ahead and roll a nature check.
Nature, okay.
The rock hasn't been busy. They're brother and sister, remember?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
getting busy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So gross.
But they're like humanoids, so like they must be half human, half rock. What has nature done?
What'd you roll?
Oh no. 5.
It seems like a bird creature.
And what was he about to throw? A rock?
He was holding what for it was a fist-sized rock. You don't know how strong this creature was, or is, or could be, but it's very possible that it could have damaged the glass. Because you put some thick panes there with the idea that you're trying to get a rock to fly into it. So you don't think it would have broken your window, but you think it's very possible it could have impacted and maybe shattered part of it, maybe get some spider glass going, and it would have made your fairly easy to miss window very visible. So
Right.
could have ruined your
Okay.
entire plan.
Bad Birdo. I'm gonna take the rock out of his hand and throw it away into the tree line.
You go to grab it. It is made of iron. It's as if the creature has been totally turned into an iron statue, including the rock in its hand, including the outfit that it's
Wow.
wearing. You are Iron Medusa in that moment.
Well. Tried to ruin my plans and instead he got turned into this.
Yeah.
Irony.
Okay. So you gotta grab the rock out of this creature's hand. And from your right, you hear an impassioned scream of rage. It sounds kind of like what you've done before. It's this huge bellow. You think there might be like a half orc suddenly coming out of the woods at you. It is loud and impressive. And then another one of these bird creatures, 3.5 feet tall, comes screaming out of the woods. Out of its mouth is coming what you'd expect an orc to be creating, just this monstrous noise.
Yeah.
It is wielding a great axe, and it's gonna try to hit you with it, as it is unhappy and pissed off. But it is not. It is totally gonna miss. Even in its rage and its intense. You can tell that it's just monstrously angry, and Nope, just
All right.
right past you.
Drawing my weapons and I'll shout, "Ha! All bark and no bite."
We need a hand out there, brother.
There seems to be bird people attacking me. Failing miserably, though. Feel free to join in. I'll leave some for you. And I'm gonna rage as well.
Excellent. And with that, I'd like everybody to roll initiative.
All right, we'll help him now. This is the point we can help him. Not 20.
Okay.
Wait.
Is that
I
everybody?
feel like Rylan's the only one that's ready.
Here we go. Initiative.
Why's my door?
Not natural one. I have advantage. 9. There we go. Where
You know what though? That kind of makes sense. Like you've raged. I will say that you got the chance to rage as you got attacked by this thing. So that kind of makes sense. Did it actually put everybody in
I got two
order?
instances of advantage with initiative. Technically, I don't think I can get quadruple or triple advantage. Can I? Nah.
I don't think so. Nyla, what did you actually roll?
4?
4 total?
Oh yeah, but I don't see my modifier on it, so
Should
just
have
give
your
me a
dex
4.
bonus. Yeah.
Yeah, what is your dex
Which-
bonus? Because that should be pretty good.
Yes, Dex. Where am I? +6, so 10.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let me get that added on in there. And Ziomedes, what is your dex bonus? Probably better than this creature's.
Only 1.
Okay, it's not
Yeah.
better than this creature's. Holy mackerel. All right. That's gonna be interesting. Nyla is definitely gonna go.
All my
There.
points.
Okay. All right. Rylan, you hear your brother call, not for help, but mostly for
An invitation.
He sounds amused. Yeah.
Yes. All right then, brother. I'll join you. I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger so I can see myself on the screen.
Yeah.
Share the map.
Oh, I will reshare the map. Sharing the map.
All right, I'm going to jump out here, like so.
So, I'm gonna. You can't go to the east because that's the big pane glass window. That's why there's that
you're
big
right,
X
yeah.
there.
To go
So
out the
the
door,
exit
yeah.
would actually be to the south.
The south, yep. Okay, I'll jump out here, and pretty standing in the doorway still. I will send a fireball towards the group of 3 down to the south,
Okay.
and just immediate burning. And I say, "You are all heretics!" And I will the wild magic stuff. They can all roll a dexterity
We'll get
saving
there.
throw. DC is 14.
Dexterity saving throw. All right, let's see what happens. So it's just the 3 to the south. So that's gonna be this guy. Oh, your roll's a natural 20. That's a 16. And that's a 17. I think they all save.
All right, then they take half of math. 15 damage.
All right.
Half of all math
the
combined.
math. All right. This fireball goes off. And yeah, I mean, while they managed to avoid most of it, you see that it hurts. They are, oops, that's not what I want to do. And you see more of these bird type creatures. They are these black feathered black feathered beaked bird creatures, about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. They don't look that intimidating. Most of them are wearing simple leathers or like robes and stuff, but they take the fireball, and in your glee, as you cast this fireball and attack these things, you suddenly feel this pain in your nostrils and kind of in the back of your head. And all of a sudden, you sneeze. And when you open your eyes after you've sneezed, there is this little blood red worm on the ground. And you're like, that's weird. And you sneeze again.
That's strange. That's never happened before.
Another one comes out. And then it's as if you have a nosebleed, but they're worms. There's a nosebleed of worms and hundreds of blood red worms come pouring out of your nostrils.
Horrific.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm actually meant to be okay at this. 9.
I'm gonna say you're not stunned, but that's the end of your turn at this point. You don't get a bonus action, and you're like stuck there just in horror as your nose is just a fountain of worms.
Fountain of worms.
Fountain of Worms. It's my favorite metal band. Okay. That was Ryland. The giant bird in the air, the rock, that at this moment really only Trinkle is paying close attention to, wheels around and starts to come flying straight at Diomedes, essentially. At the group of Diomedes and this other creature that's standing there. But it was far enough away that it's going to take a round to do that. Next up is Stan. Stan pulls out a longbow and is going to shoot at Diomedes. I don't think a 12 hits you.
No.
So yeah, an arrow goes by you as one of these bird-like creatures totally fails to shoot you. And it's... Nope, that's... Where's Stan? There's Stan. Stan is going to move deeper into the woods. Nyla, it's your turn. You can see Diomedes... Or not Diomedes. You can see Rylan is standing in the doorway, having cast this fireball, and is now gushing blood?
It's just worms. Don't worry. It's just bloodworms.
That's disgusting. I would run past him, kind of being actually disgusted by him, and
okay.
I'm gonna come like here, and I will hunter's mark the barbarian one.
Sure.
Let's, and then no.
And actually, since I'll let you go ahead and do a nature check as you stare at it and hunter's mark this thing to see if you know what this is.
Okay. Nature. That is here.
Ooh. Yeah, with a 22, it's a kenku. They're
Okay,
humanoid bird creatures. They don't have wings. Yeah, you know that they're like halfling-sized bird creatures. Mostly they look like crows, and you know that they have the ability to mimic almost anything that they can hear with unerring accuracy. They mostly stay together because they don't actually have much of a language outside of that, so it's all just mimicry that they can do. You don't know why they would be attacking you guys. That seems weird.
Okay. Then I am going to roll to hit it with my longbow.
Go for it.
Okay. Does that hit?
Oh yeah.
28.
28? Absolutely.
Okay.
This barbarian pinko that isn't wearing any armor? Yeah.
12 damage.
All right. Yeah, your arrow slices through its shoulder and it at you.
Okay. And then I'm going to do that same thing again.
Do it again.
Yeah. 13?
13 on the barbarian. That is its armor's class. So go ahead and roll damage.
14 damage.
Oof. Yeah, he is. 2 arrows go flying by, and this thing is looking hurt, but still like pissed. The blood red in its eyes, and it is. It squawks in surprise, but it's still kind of intent on Diomedes. Anything else?
I'm going to pull a towel out of my bag and throw it at Ryland's face and tell him to clean himself up.
All right. Yes, Ryland, you now have a plus. So you grab this. This is a +1 towel, and I'll tell you right now. So I asked in our Discord for what exactly a +1 towel actually does, and thanks to G Golly on the Encounter Roleplay Discord, what you now have is a towel that, when you use it at least once a day to clean yourself up, will add +1 to your Constitution.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I will.
All right.
I'll use this.
So next up
Chat.
is gonna be this guy. This guy is going to run up to help his friend. So this Kenku has 2 daggers out and is gonna try to stab you, Diomedes. Let's see. Ooh, that would be a natural 20. So yeah. Which means his sneak attack goes off.
Okay.
As he is a rogue.
Just kind of raging. That's the last.
3d6, so 1, 4. Okay. So got 1 of those and 3 of those. It's 5, 10. So that's 12 piercing damage. 12, 30, 40. Sorry, 15 piercing damage. I forgot to add the modifier. Which I know you have, but it jams a knife in a ouchy area. It's gonna try to do it again. That's probably gonna hit. That's a 22 versus AC?
Yeah.
Yeah. This time it's just gonna be 5 piercing damage, as this one just kind of slashes across your shoulder. And
so
then
20.
yeah. And then it's gonna disengage and run over to the side of the building where Nyla and Rylan can't see it. Sugar, you can now see it. All of a sudden, like on the very edge of this window that Diomedes has been working on all night, you see this little humanoid-sized crow creature with 2 bloodied knives crouch over on the side of the building, looking a little worried. The barbarian gets to go. Let's see if the barbarian can do a little bit better. Oh, yeah, that's going to hit. That's a 24 versus AC?
Oof.
3. That's going to be... Oops. There we go, 11. 16... That's going to be 19 slashing damage as it finally connects with this great axe that has been, that it completely whiffed you on. And it's going to...
Sorry, is that to me?
That's you, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
You're face to face with this barbarian. It's a Kenku. Yeah, the great axe that it's carrying is like the size of it, but it seems to have the strength to do it.
Okay.
Nope, we're getting everybody. Okay. Where is... Oh, Sugar's at the very bottom of the initiative. That's why. All right, Diomedes, your turn. You've been stabbed, You've been slashed, but you're still there.
Well, little bird people, 2 can play at that game. I'm going to stab them right back. Yes, let's go with a... let's go with first attack. I'm going to hit the first one I can see next to me with the partisan. Yeah, let's do that. That's damage, Chris. Try again. There we go.
There is only the one. The other one is still turned to iron, and the rogue kind of ran away. So you currently only have the one target right next to you.
All right, yeah, I'm hitting him with 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. And the damage there was 15. Plus, I'm gonna add some Divine Fury.
Oh, sure.
5. I did 20 damage in total.
Yep.
He's still.
The partisan doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as you hoped, but the divine fury that sparks through it, that radiant damage, definitely sinks in. You're familiar with what barbarians can do. You recognize what this creature is doing.
Ooh,
you still do damage.
Tough guy then. What about? I look over my shoulder. What's that rogue doing?
Rogue is looking shifty, like rogues are wont to do. But it's 10 feet away.
Is he going? He's up against the glass. I can see. That seems to be my priority. Screw it. I'm gonna take a attack of opportunity if you want.
Yeah, he's gonna try to hit you.
Or can I move to the side like that? I don't know. I don't know how big these squares are. I'm guessing they're bigger than 5 feet.
No, those should be about 5 feet. Yeah, you can do that. You can shift over the one, because that other one to your, the one to the east is the one that's iron. So yeah, actually you can do that, and you will not provoke. They'll just be in flanking with you.
Right, keeping my shield up, trying to defend myself against the barbarian. I'm going to turn around and try to grapple this little sneaky rogue. Get him back here.
You can. So you've already done one of your 2 attacks that you can do as an attack action. You can attack it again, but you can't do a grapple as a full action.
All right then. Okay, then I'll go for an attack then. My extra attack.
Okay.
And a 19 to hit.
Absolutely.
All right. And he takes a total of 14 damage.
Ooh, yeah. And unlike your barbarian Kinku friend, it takes it all. You hear it in a completely different voice, like it's made this bird-like squawk, and then in a completely different, like a woman's voice, you hear, "God damn it!"
What the heck? Why?
Anything else?
Oh, I'm not going to question it. No, that's it.
All right. It is this one's turn. What are you gonna do? Yeah. All right. Rylan, as you are currently dealing with bloodworms coming out of your face.
My blood nose, yes.
Yeah, she's gonna try to firebolt you.
Oh, that's just rude. I firebolt her.
But that's probably gonna hit. That's a 24 versus your AC?
That's just about it, I suppose.
All right, that is gonna be 14 fire damage.
Wow. At least it burns away some of the bloodworms.
Yeah, and she is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's gonna move over there, kind of half out of your line of sight. They seem to be moving towards this window mostly. And Trinkle, it is your turn. You can see everything that's happening, and you see this bird coming. This giant bird.
I actually was going. They're moving away from me. They weren't supposed to do that.
It's like they can't see you. It's like you rolled so well on stealth.
It's like I was ready, and yet I'm like, wait. It's like weird, and I'm like begging them to come closer to me. But anyway, I'm just gonna use Dissonant Whispers on Bob. I like Bob. We're gonna kill Bob.
Bob the cleric? Alright.
Yeah, we're taking him out. And we're gonna actually, just because I love myself, if he needs to make a wisdom saving throw, I'll do that. I will do this.
Oh, Bob might make that. That's a 15?
If I remember correctly, I'm 6.
I'm pretty sure you're 16.
Yeah, 16.
And Bob fails. Go ahead and Dissonant Whispers.
Bob is a failure.
Bob rolled so well.
Bob rolled so well, but not good enough. That's the fun part. Okay. Damage. Whoops. But yes, 10 damage.
Yeesh. Yeah, Bob takes it.
Take it. And for my bonus action, I am gonna do a little dance, make a little love, and then just do the same place.
All right.
Actually, I lied. I'm actually. Is it possible to move? So I can move. I think it's 25.
Where would you like to go?
Right here. Is that okay?
Yeah. You kind of move into the trees. They're sparse trees.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind if they see me. I'm just gonna hide over there.
Okay. Well, Bob definitely sees you. After
Bob
what you
can
just
see
did.
me.
Yeah.
I'll take Bob.
What is Bob
He's
gonna
just
do?
a cleric. Bards are cooler than clerics.
Who even is Bob?
Amen.
I've never heard of him before.
You actually don't know who Bob is. You just know that there is this Kenku there.
We know he's a failure.
Yeah. Obviously, he's
I
slow.
can't see
He's
anything.
not even getting close. He's like,
Probably an embarrassment to his whole family.
I know.
Well, Bob
Yeah.
begins
Put him out of
to.
misery.
Bob
The worst,
squawks
Bob.
a little bit in
The
a
worst.
language you don't understand, but then also kind of mixed with other words that some of you recognize and some of you don't, in a variety of different tones, timbres, and a storm cloud begins to form over a point basically centered on where Trinkle, Nyla, and Rylan are. Lightning begins to crackle inside of this cloud. It is 10 feet tall and 60 feet radius. I need the three of you to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm gonna be real mad if I fail this because my dex is so high.
Oh,
Your dex is pretty
God.
darn good. You're trying to save against a 14. So
Oh, how am I in that?
not
Just made it, babe.
Good night. Sweet prince.
Yay.
all right. Nyla's gonna take
Jesus.
half. Nyla's gonna take half damage. Everybody, and then Trinkle and Ryland are gonna take full as lightning is called down. 3d10.
No.
There you go.
So
12
6.
lightning.
Okay.
So 6 if you saved.
It could have been so much worse.
It's, yeah. 3d10. That
bad.
could have been really, really bad. That's that. And he is gonna move. And he's going to engage with you. He's not going to actually do anything, Trinkle, but he's going to run up to you. The storm cloud above your head continues to roil and churn, and lightning is still arcing above. But now you've got this armored bird creature in front of you, looking intent. And that's Bob's turn. Sugar, you finally reached your turn. You can see
Hello.
out the door and out the window most of what's going on.
Cool. Do I see the big burb?
Make a perception check. You might not see the rock because of
Okay.
where it is.
Okay. I know. Okay, here we go. 11.
Don't see the big burb.
Okay.
See the little burbs.
Cool.
No big burb.
Sweet. Then the first thing I would do, there's no other exit from here, right? It's just the door.
Well, there's two exits. There's the one door that Ryland is at, and then there's the big double doors that are on the western wall, but that would be in the opposite direction of everybody.
Right.
Unless you would like to go
Okay.
through a pane of glass.
I mean, I would love to, but
Ruin the
I
whole
would
plan.
love to, really. Thank you for the invitation. But I will go to the door with Rylan. I see him in danger.
And
He's
worm
out of my
noses,
protective
nose worms.
aura. Nah, Rylan, why? Why?
It's not my fault. I've got a towel.
Please
towel's
cover
helping.
your face.
Towel's helping a lot.
Um,
It's worse before the towel.
Sure.
Oh yes.
From this angle now. Does this change anything? Can I see the rock from this angle since I moved?
Oh,
Alright, if I
not really. You can see Bob the cleric, who is engaged with Trinkle, whose name you don't know, but we'll make life simple.
No, I'm pretty
You can
sure
see-
it's Bob, though.
We're pretty sure.
I'm
You'll have to
pretty
ask
sure.
him. You can
I
see
will when
the
I
barbarian
go in.
one that's attacking Ziomedes. And you
Uh-huh.
know that there were these other two. You saw them when you were inside through the pane of glass. But where you are right now, because of the wood, they have like half cover from you, these other two. But you know they're there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see. This kind of changes things. Super fun. I think I'm gonna cast. No, I'm not. I'm going to go. I see Trinkle with this guy with the lightning and whatever, and I'm going to dash. Yeah, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can just get to him. I'm going to use my action to dash and get up in his face, saying, "You get away from Trinkle!" And I pull out my sword.
And it responds
ooh.
at you and says, "You'll get away from Trinkle." Like mimicking you exactly. Except kind of
Are you
mockingly.
mocking me? Are you mocking
Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me? Except it's got this beat. It's just like,
Okay, fine. Screw you. I will curse you. And I cast Hexblade's curse on this asshole.
okay.
Yay! I'm excited. That's me done. That's all I can do this round.
All right. At the top of the round, Rylan, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as worms. Worms.
With a +1 on this because of my towel.
Yeah.
It's a 20. Dirty 20.
You manage to you put the towel up. You hold your head up in the way that you're supposed to. The worms finally abate. The towel starts to self-clean itself. You're kind of covered in slimy worms, and there are disgusting red worms everywhere, but you seem to be better. What would you like to do?
And which one was the one that just fire bolted me?
Fire bolted, you can't really see. There was a sorcerer that did that. She has run off. You saw where she went. And she's basically kind of got half cover because you're in the doorway, but you know where she is. You can see her on the map, the one farthest to the east.
All right, well, let's not do that. Let's jump over here. And, can I shoot at Bob? This Bob guy's really annoying me.
Sure.
Die, Bob! For the crime of being named Bob. 24 to hit. Hey, and a crit success for me from Nightcrawler. Thank you, my friend.
Nice.
24 should hit for only 4 points of fire damage on Bob. Damn it, Bob!
All right. 4 points. Okay. You definitely hit Bob. And then just for fun, because it happened, I know I've got one of those natural 20s. Oh, is it up over here? Bob is going to use a natural 20 to succeed on his concentration check. So
Every time.
you hit him, but the roiling clouds above you all stay.
Yes. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. From the east. Here it comes.
Hey, and a crit success for Sugar as well. Thank you, Nightcrawler.
Hey! I need to make you a lot bigger.
I'm going to smite something.
Smite it hard. Oh no, that's not good. Oh boy.
That would be Burb. The big Burb comes swooping down. I need I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
This isn't good.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Oh wait, mine didn't go. Huh. Why is it doing this? It rolled like 3 things. It's fine. Just die. Die. Stop it.
Okay, so we got a 13, we got a 10. What'd everybody get? I see a lot of rolls. I'm
I
just
got a
gonna ask.
15.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
got a 13.
I'm going to use
Diabetes?
my fanatical focus and see if I can re-roll that.
All right.
See what we get on this one. Nope, even worse. 5.
Trinkle?
I got a 10.
Plus 4, so 14. Because you're right by me.
So 14
Oh,
and sugar.
So 14.
Actually, yeah. I don't know if no, Ryland's too far away. I don't know. I rolled it 3 times, so we can take the lower one if you want.
What would that be?
No, it would be a 7.
Okay.
I've got to aim better on the tray.
Yeah, I
Hey, the
guess
crit success is
Diomedes
Diomedes. Awesome.
Hey,
A moment too late,
Yay.
but that's okay. This rock is going to try to go for the easiest prey it can find, which seems to be sugar in this moment.
so
It is going to do a flyby.
didn't work.
So, yeah. Let's do... one of those. I don't think that hits, though.
It does not.
Wow.
It does
Yeah,
not.
that's
All right, and
That's
it's going to try
awkward.
one more time with a talon as it flies by, and it's not. Wow, this is
Easy prey, my butt.
this thing swoops by, tries to grab sugar in its talons, but there's so much other things going on. It kind of gets caught in the storm cloud for a moment, and it goes.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Sadly, not on the rock. It's
Okay.
got a flyby, so it
Yeah.
seems to be so fast that you basically all you can do is react. Fortunately, it's too fast to try to grab you. It is Stan's turn. Stan, the Kenku Ranger. Stan want to help his friends, or does Stan want to do what his mission is?
I'm
Look
trying
at
to-
those friends. They're such good friends. Look, you love them, Stan.
Stan is gonna
Stabbed one.
try. Yeah, Stan's gonna try to help. He's gonna try to help his friend. So,
Yeah.
well, I rolled the thing wrong, but 7 to 8 to 9. That's a 26 versus AC.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Does he hit me
That
with?
would be 1. And 11, 12, 15. That's 14 piercing damage as he gets you with one of the daggers.
Ah,
Then,
that's a cheap shot.
that's going to be a 25 versus AC
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
for 6 piercing. He's managing to land. He's not doing a ton of damage, but he's managing to land. And he's going to stay there trying to help his friend. I'm sorry?
No, it's orange tallying damage.
Okay. Nyla, your turn.
All right. Okay. So which birds can I? Where am I? I'm there.
Yeah.
I am going to attack the one I was already attacking with my bow again.
Is that the barbarian?
Yeah, the
One
one that's
attacking
already
Diomedes?
Yeah, the one that has Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
17.
That'll hit. Yes.
19 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, that Kenku is looking pretty hurt. It
And
doesn't take
then
nearly
I'm
as
gonna-
much damage as you hoped, but it's getting there.
And I'm gonna hit it again.
Oh!
Nat 20.
Damn.
That's nice.
Yeah. Roll all the damage.
32.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Is it dead?
How would you like to kill this creature?
Okay. Is it
Barbarian
close to like the? Is it close to like a tree trunk?
Sure.
I'm gonna shoot it like through its eye, and I want it to like the arrow to go back and like get it stuck in the tree trunk, and then it just like kind of is just like hanging there dead.
Absolutely. Diomedes, you watch as this second arrow pegs this Kenku that you've been sparring with in the eye into the tree right behind it. You hear a choked off and it goes limp and dies. Anything else?
I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And that's it.
You are okay. So that was Diomedes. It is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna step up to this one Kenku here.
Yeah.
What else is in his hands aside from this little dagger he's been jabbing me with?
At the moment, it's just he's got dual daggers.
I
You
see.
did notice that all the ones over here have been eyeing your stained glass. Not stained glass. They've been eyeing your window. Stained glass would defeat the purpose.
Yeah, they've been eyeing it. And these sneaky birds are clearly in cahoots with the rock. That's foul play. I'm going to swing my partisan at him.
I'm so tempted to give you disadvantage for that. I'm so tempted, but it won't.
Or
not that kind of
inspiration, because it was
No, oh no,
on point.
no.
Oh, puns
It
are
was
bad
on
in
point.
this game.
It was on point, which is why I won't give him disadvantage. What'd you roll, by the way?
I rolled a 20 to hit.
Oh, definitely.
Cool. He takes 12 damage from the first one. I'll add a bit
Okay.
of Divine Fury. And that's another 5 Radiant.
All right. Yeah, this thing is looking really hurt.
Not hurt
Squawks.
enough.
It lets out
Gonna-
a swear word in Draconic.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I don't think I speak Draconic. So I will not understand him, I'm afraid. Gobbling. And I'll slice him again with a second hit. The extra attack. And a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Alright, let's see if this does the job. 11 piercing damage.
That does it. It looks like it's in the middle of doing another Draconic swear when you. How do you kill this creature?
Not too brutally, but at least I'll get the job done efficiently and just. I see him like try to stab me, and I'll go for a wide open slice across his throat. Just end this.
Yeah.
Heretics must die, as my brother has pointed out.
Indeed.
Another
They
Kenku
must.
falls. They all must. Anything else?
I'll look around the battlefield, and if there's any up I can see, I'll make my movement towards them.
You see the one that's in the tree line that looks like Sugar has engaged with, and the other one that's come around to the east. Looks like there's just the two left.
One's come from the east, does it? Is it that? Is that the Anula sorcerer, or is that the one that's been turned to iron?
No, I removed the one that got turned to iron because I was going to get
Okay.
confusing. So yes, the sorcerer that's come around, the one that fire bolted Rylan, that's the one that's moved around there.
Okay, I'm gonna have to run towards that guy then, I think. Skid towards him,
All
bring
right.
up my That's it.
All right, it is that one's turn. Oh, running out of Kenku, guys. All right. What's she gonna do? She's gonna look at you. She's gonna look at the glass behind you. You see her weigh her options.
Don't think about it, Tweety Pie.
You see her reach out towards the glass behind you. She is going to try to firebolt the glass. So you will get an attack. I'll say that you can either take an attack of opportunity because it's a range attack within melee with you, or if you'd like to try to do something else, she's trying to firebolt your glass.
I'm just going to try and jump up and take it. If I can, because I got a shield, I can maybe deflect it. I don't mind if I take the damage, I just want to get in the way of it as much as I can.
Sure, let me roll the attack. Let's see if she actually... so that... Well, I mean, that would have hit the glass. So that would be a 15. Would that hit you?
It does, yeah. 15 hits me.
Okay, so I will let you tank the damage for your glass. You jump in the way. You're not able to get your shield up to deflect it, but you will take this firebolt. So that's 2d10.
All right.
So you're going to take 9 fire damage as she tries to hit the glass and you just put your body in the way.
Oh,
She looks up at she looks up at you and squawks at you and then says something in you think might be Elvish. Trinkle, it's your turn.
Not either.
So I look at Bob squarely in the eye, I snap into Z formation, and I go, "Ya basic." And I cast Dispel Magic on his Call Lightning.
Alright. And I think that dispels anything 3rd level and under?
3rd level and under, yeah.
Yeah, Call Lightning goes away. 3rd level. Alright. Anything else?
I put my hand out to give Sugar a high five. And that'll be it. I'll just stay next to it. Actually, I'll just stay there, because I trust Sugar. Sugar's awesome. To protect.
I also want to thank Winfora, who donates £10 for a crazy old drunkard who's hiding in the bush and throwing feces at the party. Damn it, Bob!
Perfect. No, it's not Bob. I know exactly who that is. Well, Bob is the Kenku. So Trinkle dispels this cloud, this dark cloud that was calling lightning. Bob is getting ready to do whatever it was that Bob was going to do, and all of a sudden this drunk old man comes staggering out of the building, Trinkle, that you had actually run through. You were too busy trying to get to your friends that you hadn't even noticed. This old halfling, half carrying a jug, comes out the side of the building near where the rock is, spits on the ground, and in drunken glee says, "Ah! You get out of here, you crazy bird! You're not gonna kill the likes of Dwayne the Rock Johnson! I'm sentenced for heresy in 12 municipalities, and no one is going to..." And the rock, as it's been swinging around to come for another pass, lands on him, and the last thing you hear is and the drunken Dwayne the Rock Johnson, who is wanted for heresy in 12 municipalities, dies under the claws of this bird, which starts to rip him to shreds.
It was a witch.
Awesome.
What?
Meanwhile, I was waiting for a chance to get in a couple of those. There we go. Thank you. Meanwhile, Bob is going to... Yeah, I think Bob is going to do that.
Oh no, Bob.
Any birds want to smash our window? It'll be a very
Can't get
big...
all of you. We can get the 2 of you. Okay. You see it mutter another spell under its breath, and I need Sugar and Trinkle to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh,
Okay. +4. So 16 and 17 for you.
17.
All right, you both save, so you are not pushed by this 3rd level thunder wave. But you are going to take half of this damage.
We do the Sailor Moon pose, just like.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 7. 7
Okay.
thunder damage as it tries to thunder wave you, and it half succeeds. Not really. And it's gonna stay right there. Sugar, your turn.
I'd like to hit Bob.
Bob would like you not to hit him, but he doesn't have much
I
say in the
don't
matter.
care. Okay, I'm going to try to hit Bob.
Sure.
It was a
Okay,
nice
here I
moment.
go. 17?
Doesn't hit. Bob the Kenku
Cleric.
is wearing what looks to it like super heavy armor. It's this weird, like heavily armored bird, and you clang off of its gleaming breastplate.
Yeah, I'll try again. Well, no,
Okay.
damn. No, fine. Try again. Nope. Wait. Why is it not showing up?
And another crit success for Sugar from Nightcrawler. I was
Oh, I
thinking of
have
him.
2?
You have 2 now.
Well, this
Nice.
changes things. I was going to save it for the rock, but now Bob's going to get fucked.
All right,
and
you
I will
use your
crit.
crits on Bob.
Yes,
Bob.
fuck Bob.
All right.
Don't she protect me?
Fuck you, Bob. Fuck you, man.
Okay, so that's gonna be.
I didn't quite realize that you guys would be able to see those nameplates, so I'm not. I'm like, they all have. That is that Kenku's name. If you decided to talk to these creatures, it would introduce itself as Bob. But I'm now more amused by this than I am annoyed by the fact that I didn't know what I was doing.
So that's 2d8 for the attack. I'm gonna do a 2nd level Divine Smite because fuck you, Bob. So that's 68 plus 2d8. That's 8d8 plus
Cool.
a lot.
Hey, and a crit
8
success for
plus.
Trinkle as well. Thank you.
Yay! It's gonna be 8d8 plus 9. Here we go.
Oof.
Sure.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 42 plus 9 is 51.
Describe how you destroy Bob.
I don't like being mocked, and I stab him with my fun sword right in the tongue. It's gross.
I don't like being. And it dies.
Yay!
Anything else?
I turn toward the rock and I flip it off.
Okay.
Prepare
Doesn't seem to
myself.
see you.
Give it the
It's
bird.
landed and it's tearing
I follow
into
suit. I do
Dwayne
whatever
the
Sugar
Rock
does.
All right. You know what? The two of you together managed to get its attention, flipping this bird the bird. It looks up
Sweet.
from its drunken halfling meal.
And I will bonus action Shield of Faith. Increase
All right.
my armor class.
Rylan, your turn.
All right then. Well, now that Bob's gone, what's there left to do? No, I'll come over here and I'll take a shot at Anula, the sorcerer,
Sure.
with my firebolt on a natural 20 for
All right.
13 fire damage.
What does she have left? Okay. She firebolted
Hey.
you. She's firebolted Diomedes. She tried to firebolt the glass, and now you're gonna kill her with a firebolt. Describe how you kill her.
Well, I burn off her head as I sneeze out another couple of worms.
Last few come out, and Diomedes, you watch as this creature's head just into black feathers and fire dust.
Oh, bird. That was
Anything else,
overkill. I fell on you.
No, I think that's me for now. I might move a little bit closer over here to the bushels.
All right. The Rock, not terribly satisfied with its drunken halfling meal, is going to come after you guys again. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws to see who he's going to attack.
Oh, that's what it's for.
Oh, wow! All these natural 20s.
Azamars are on point. You get
Hold on.
+4, Trinkle.
So 18.
24.
Diomedes,
24.
you are covered in the gore of several of these bird creatures that you've been attacking, and so when the rock swoops down upon you, it is because you seem to be the most attractive, meaty target.
Okay.
Comes the first Talon, 17.
Is that hit?
All right. Take 25 slashing damage, and you are grappled
Raffled? Oh no.
as it swoops down and grabs you.
No.
And it's going to start
Taking
to
me out.
it's going to pick you up, and it's going to start to fly away.
Oh,
And
I don't have a sparrow
not
shoot.
gonna-
Did it use the flyby thing again?
it kind of flew over you guys, grabbed Diomedes, and is now flying further to the north. Fortunately, it used most of its movement to get to Diomedes. I think. Let me see. Movement. Where's my movement? Oh yeah, because it was
Well,
on the
still-
ground, so it had to lift off. So you think it can fly pretty far, but in this case, because it had to lift off and then go over you guys and then grab Diomedes, it's fortunately not getting very far. But it's got Diomedes in its claws.
Yeah.
That ends its turn. Nyla.
All right, so all the creatures are dead, and Diomedes is being carried off. I'm gonna try to hunter's mark the rock.
Okay.
And then...
We have a nat 20 as well.
All right.
That one is just coming in now.
Flying around.
All right, since I have a nat 20, I'm gonna use that to hit the rock and then roll my damage. What do I roll for nat 20 damage?
All dice
any-
are doubled.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
what
just
would
roll
you
it
normally?
twice.
Yes. Yeah. If you'd normally roll 1d10, you'd roll 2d10, then add your modifier.
So
That counts
18.
for that on his mark as well.
Yes, because Hunter's Mark is dice. So
Yeah. So 18.
18 total. Did you roll everything twice?
Wait, oh no, I did. Wait, hold on. I didn't roll it with Hunter's Mark though. So it would be 12 plus 13, so 25.
More like 25. All right.
Yeah.
That
It's
arrow hits it square, kind of in its neck, in this big swooping neck that it's got. It's gonna make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't think you add 6 from Dex twice though. Just the damage.
Well, I
die.
just
It's all right. I'm
Okay.
not concerned about that. This thing might have a lot of hit
Okay.
points. However, it startles it and it does enough damage. Diomedes, you get dropped.
Oh.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to reduce the damage because you're about 20 feet up.
Oh, 20 feet. Oh, God. Oh man.
Yeah.
If only I had enough time, I could actually like use my wings, but I'm falling 20 feet instantly. Good God.
Yeah.
Dex save.
It kind of, yeah, dexterity saving throw to try to reduce the damage.
I believe in you. I'm sorry.
Here, 3. You can.
I think it's a d6 every 5 feet.
It's every 10 feet, I think.
10.
There
Right.
is. All right, so we'll say 6 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone as this thing drops you onto these rocks that are. It was trying to fly towards the beach, and it got startled by Nyla's arrow just enough to drop you. You are prone, a little closer to the beach. And
Okay.
fortunately, it is your turn. This thing is 20 feet above you, flying north.
I get up and rub my head slightly. I'm still alive somehow, miraculously. Does it look like it's fleeing, or is it trying to just give it another flyby? Can I tell from how injured it is?
Because it just happened, it doesn't look injured at all. Like, Nyla's shot looks like the arrow struck true and is stuck in its neck, but
Yep.
it doesn't look that injured. And because this just happened, you're not exactly sure. Is it fleeing? Is it coming around for another pass? What you don't know.
Right. I doubt this thing is going to leave empty-handed. Quick, everyone, back to the plane of glass. Operation Bird Splat underway. I'm going to run. I'm going to make an action to dash. Oh wait, I've only got half of my movement anyway. Well, I'll action to dash anyway, but I'll just see how far that can get me. Other than that, I'll be... Oh, God, sorry. Okay, other than that, I'll be running straight to the group.
All right. So you're running back for the doorway, yelling at people to get back inside, get back inside. Trinkle, you watch all this happen.
I will come up.
You can get back.
As part of my... I'll use part of my movement to go to Ryland, and then I'm going to cast Cure Wound on him. Be like, oh, come on, we need you still alive. You're looking a little worse for wear. And I will cast...
That's just the blood worms coming out of his nose.
And that's the first one. I was actually going to cast at level 2, so I will I will roll a d8 just to add to that.
Okay.
Ooh. So just that, whatever that is. 16. Ryland. I slap him a little bit.
Oh, thank you. That was a lot of bloodworms.
Yeah, just a little bit. It was a little weird. You know, I used my my shoulder and rubbing it. I was like, okay, just make sure it's all I got. Okay.
Even for me, that was weird.
Yeah.
Are you
All
sure?
right. Sugar, it's your turn.
Okay, yay. Are we giving up? What I want to hit it.
I don't know. I'm just following you guys.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
We can make it splat into
Huh. Wait. That's actually interesting. Wait. Okay. Wait, no, there are people inside. There are
exactly all the
people.
more
There's like
reason. Nails?
What? What? No. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna get up next to Diomedes. I think 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. Okay. It's still in range. So I am going to cast Command on the rock.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, that was. Let me do the saving throw. Well, either way, it's gonna fail.
Yay! So I'm going to make it grovel. So get down. He said, get down. You
All right.
bad burb. And that'll last till my next turn.
All right. Rylan, your turn. You hear Sugar call out her command to this giant bird.
All right. Does the bird look like it's following her command?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Insight is a 19. I'm bizarrely insightful.
Sugar, you would know if your spell was successful, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think because it wouldn't be apparent from the rock because it hasn't been its turn yet, but you would know whether there was a success. I think you would know. I don't know if it actually says it in the spell, but I think it doesn't make sense to me that you would command it and then you're like, ah. So I'm going to say,
Sure,
Rylan,
yeah.
you can see Sugar grin in success.
Well, In that case, I won't kill it because I think that maybe her spell might get broken if I start attacking it.
That's true.
No?
It'll either
Is it true?
be broken or...
I'm trying to remember if in character I would know if you've done this before.
I've done it before. I did it on our first adventure with some of the flying things.
Okay.
Let's see. Man. You keep going while I pull this up just to see.
Well, if it's fine that I attack it, I will still. I think it's a matter of whether or not in character I would know if that's going to disrupt anything.
I've commanded
no.
Sorry.
Not going to screw anything up?
Is not, because this isn't,
Cool.
because it's just a one-round thing. So no, you can still attack it, and it will not screw anything
must
up.
have been thinking of, out of character, must have been thinking of friends or some spell that if you attack it, it becomes some stuff. Okay, that is a 22 to hit with a firebolt for, man,
will
5 points of fire. 95.
All right. You set one of its tail feathers on fire for a moment.
Ha! Carry on.
Okay. It is the Rock's turn. The Rock, needing to follow Sugar's command, will immediately land. And so it digs its claws into the ground and lands.
Mhm.
And it seems like landing is how it grovels. It's not necessary. It doesn't have any language, so it's not going to speak to you or anything, but yeah, it lands. And it does nothing else. Nyla.
Nice.
I am going to attack it again with
Shoot that burb.
yes. 14? Probably not.
14 does not. It actually bounces off its kind of outer layer of feathers. You think you got really close to it, but no.
I'm gonna try again.
All right.
19.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
13 points.
Okay. Yeah, another arrow is sticking into it, but it's still looking pretty good. Anything else?
I'm gonna yell at it and say, I'm gonna use your feathers to make more arrows.
Diomedes, you watch as this bird lands.
Oh, I'll just run away from it. Just use all my movement to get it back. Oh well.
It's up to you.
I quickly cast together. Stick to the plan. I run in, and I'm gonna grab the nearest snail and put him right up against the window.
Grab Bobby the snail.
Yep.
And
Put him.
All right.
I'll say, just try to look as delicious as possible.
Okay. I would like you to roll a performance check as you are trying to get the attention of this rock.
God. Okay. Just because I really want this to happen, I'm gonna use my natural 20.
Oh my god! That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yep.
You serve up. Yeah, you serve up this flail snail like this is a gourmet French restaurant on a platter. It looks it looks so tasty. You, for a moment, think about eating this thing, but nope, that's not the plan. Absolutely, this thing, it's you. Oh, it looks delectable. I think that's everything you can do.
That's it, yeah. Move forward for my path. Oh.
Drinkle, you are suddenly kind of interested in eating this flail snail that Diomedes is Vanna Whiting over by the window.
I go up to him and be like, "What you got there?"
Drinkle, what you see is
really good.
Yeah, what you see is a giant snail. It is the size of you. Its shell is a multi-hued, faceted rainbow of colors. It's got a bunch of different big stalks coming off of its head, and behind it, a trail of slime is very slowly turning to what you can see are panes of glass.
Wow. Wait, are you gonna roast it like we made? Remember we made really good food last time? Are you roasting
no.
this one?
these aren't really for eating. It's all a ploy. Watch, the rocks are gonna fall for it any moment now.
Okay. Well, well, you look a little battered. I'm gonna heal you for a second, and then we'll eat. Okay?
Okay. we shouldn't really eat this thing though. I point to the other like workers in the corner. Like they'll probably get a bit mad.
You see Verna is shoving all of the workers to the far western side of this warehouse, moving everybody, and goes, no, don't worry. If one snail for this thing, it's fine. Go. Because she can kind of see what might be about to happen.
I used the nat 20, by the way, Will.
Yeah. Anything else, Trinkle?
Sure.
No, I'm just I'm healing him up and then getting ready for the feast. Apparently, that he's gonna cook me. So.
All right, Sugar, it's your turn. You also see this delectable snail being presented by Zymedes in the window.
No, is it my friend the snail? Did he pick that one?
It is Bobby the snail.
Oh
no. Okay, I'm going to run up to the burb. I glare at Zymedes as I pass by the window. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. That'll put me exactly close enough. I am going to stand there on this cool rock. No, just like the boulder, not the rock. I stand in front of it, and my eyes go very, very dark blue, almost black, and my scary wispy wings pop out, and it needs to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. That would... Oh yeah, okay. So it's a 9.
No. So now it's frightened, so it has disadvantage on attacks for a minute.
On attacks against you or attacks against anybody?
Attacks, because it's the frightened.
Yeah, if it can see Sugar, then it has a disadvantage.
Okay. And it can't move closer to you.
Oh, shit.
I think that's what I think the full frightened usually means. Also, it can't willingly move closer to you.
Plans have boiled again.
Actually, a creature can't willingly move closer towards the source of its fear. This might actually work very interestingly. All right, your wings come out. You frighten this rock tremendously. Anything else?
Let me think. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to, I'm just gonna stand here looking really scary.
Yeah.
Trying to protect Bobby the snail, apparently. I'm sorry, Chris. I forgot that part.
Rylan, it's your turn.
So there's some kind of shenanigans going on with my brother and sister involving this bird, but I'm dead set on just burning it alive. So I'm gonna keep with my firebolt plan. It hasn't steered me wrong thus far. So die, creature. 15.
15 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That's an extra 6 points of damage. I'm chipping away each turn, little by little, at this thing.
Sure. All right. Anything else?
No, I keep moving towards it, and I keep like firebolting it as I go, like I'm, fucking Lord Voldemort, heading towards it. Yeah. Die, Harry.
This rock surveys the battlefield. It has a Azamar in front of it that it is frightened of. It's got another one across the way that is throwing fire at it. Right over there is the most delicious snail it has ever seen. It is going to fly directly up into the air, flapping its massive wings. Sugar, you have to shield your eyes to keep from sand swooping into your face. But yes, everything flows dramatically as you're like, it flies 20 feet up and then arcs around you, because it can't move willingly closer to you, but it can move around you. It is going to try to go for this snail.
It's gonna dive bomb it.
It would have gone for Sugar, except it's afraid of her and wants to get away from her.
I have that
So here's
effect
what
on most things.
So it's going to do a dive bomb straight for the snail. It's going to impact the glass.
Now we're gonna see if our stupidity paid off.
You got your wish.
This is gonna be fun. All right, it impacts the glass. It is going full speed, and the glass shatters.
Oh
as
no!
it
Okay.
impacts. Shards of a flail snail glass go flying everywhere as the rock tumbles into the building, coming to a stop 30, 40, 50 feet down the lane. I need Trinkle and Ziomedes to make dexterity saving throws. The rock
All
will
I
make
wanted
one
was
as well.
dinner.
Could you top me up a little bit? Dex save. Oh, I might have rolled okay. Oh, 13 too.
Okay. It looks like Trinkle and the Rock are going to take half damage. Ziomedes, you're going to take full damage. But I will say, are you still raging? Do you have persistent rage, or does it drop when you don't attack?
If I haven't taken any damage, or if I haven't attacked. So I haven't attacked or done taking damage now. So yeah, I would have
We're about
dropped
to take damage now. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. The glass shatters. All right. Diomedes is going to take 26 piercing damage. The
20.
Rock and Trinkle are going to take half that. So 13. So it smashes into the glass that goes and explodes inwards. And fortunately, because you got the rest of the halflings to go to the other end of the room, they don't get either smushed by this bird or attacked by this glass. But it's now starting to look hurt. It's fallen to the ground inside of this warehouse. And it manages to right itself. So it's going to be standing there. It's not prone, but it is in the warehouse. Nyla, it's your turn.
I literally left on one after that. If I hadn't got topped up by Trinkle, I'd be dead. Oh, at least definitely very.
So
That's amazing.
It's
Oh my
in the warehouse. I'm gonna. Does it? Can I see it from where I am?
It's gonna have half cover if you try to shoot it, but you do have line of. You can see it. You can see like half of it because it's so big.
If you can move first.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to like here, and I'm gonna try to shoot it.
If you move there, you actually can't see it.
Oh,
The pane of
You can
glass
move
on the
in.
east side.
Yeah. And that's shattered. So you can either move to the eastern side where Ryland is and have full line of sight, or you can move in the door where your friends are now.
I'll move here.
Okay, yeah, now you have full line of sight on it.
I rolled a 24 though to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
And then 19 points of damage.
Nice. That sinks in a little deeper. That one does some damage.
25 to hit.
Absolutely.
13 points of damage.
All right.
Does it look like it's covered in shards of glass as well?
Oh yeah, it's covered in glass, in blood. Some of the blood from this halfling that it tore up before from Joanne the Rock Johnson, but now it's also bleeding from these wounds that Nyla has been puncturing into it.
Is the snail still inside?
Roll a perception check.
Okay.
Oh no. Bobby.
Amongst the debris.
Yeah, I want to know if it's okay. 25.
In the talon of this creature is Bob the snail. It seems to still be alive. It is withdrawn into its shell, but the rock is currently holding its shell.
I'm gonna yell, "I'll save you, Bob. It's okay."
All right. Anything else?
Every time, Bob.
No.
All right. Ziomedes, it's your turn. You're having a rough go of it, man, but your plan worked.
It did. I thought it would go splat into it instead of this. It smashed through and nearly killed myself. Okay. I look at Trinkle first. Are you okay, or are you looking pretty rough too?
I'm okay, but don't worry, I'm gonna help you.
If you say so, I'm gonna try and finish it before it finishes me.
Well, if it finishes you, remember you have your necklace.
Alright. May seem suicidal, but I'm gonna rush towards him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 on 1 HP. Rage!
Sure.
And why not? If, I'm going down. I'm just gonna swing wildly and
Reckless?
yeah, I'm gonna go reckless attack. Why not? Do it. I'm gonna go in with my Tarzan. There it is. So a 23 on the first hit.
That hits.
Alright. And 11 plus Divine Fury for another 9, so 11 points of piercing damage, 9 of radiant.
Okay.
And then the second attack, guessing is still alive, it's gotta be. Thing's a beast.
It is still alive, but it's looking really... You slash it hard enough, when the radiant damage swoops through it, it actually lets go of Bobby, this flail snail.
Alright.
It's still there, under it, but...
Okay, and I'm gonna try and jab up and into its beak, through its head. Let's see if I can get it. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
I'm rolling with advantage. I keep rolling 1s and 2s. Okay, and another 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay. It is still alive.
It's still going well.
Oh,
but I'm wide open.
Yeah. It is looking brutally hurt. It is definitely now way more afraid of dying than it is even of sugar. But at this point, it is Trinkle's turn.
Jammed up there, I'll turn around to the others and go, quick! Finish it!
Trinkle, it's your turn.
Working on it.
Because I don't trust Ziomedes to stay alive, I will just spend my time healing him, like, okay, we need you, keep going. I kind of give him, like, the massage, like, okay, I slap him on the back. I run up and then I'll slap him on the back, and then I'll stand next to him, behind him.
Alright.
That's it?
Cool.
Alright.
14. Hopefully it does something.
15.
It's more than the one that he had a moment ago.
Yeah, I know, I was like, can't complain.
Sure.
Sugar, it is your turn. You and your scary wings.
Okay. Yes. What I would like to do is just... I just want to go kind of toward the wall, like kind of by the stones and stuff, and just I'm not trying to hide, I'm just trying to get out of its line of sight, and I want to hold my action to attack it when / if it flies out the window, and I'll be holding just attacks.
Sure. You'll have to move all the way around the corner because Diomedes made this entire wall a window. Because that's the way the world works sometimes when you roll really well.
I saw it flying toward this corner, towards the northeast, so I think that's a good idea. And I'll hold there.
All right. It's out of your line of sight, and thus, you are out of its line of sight and it's out of your line of sight. All right, you're gonna hold.
Burb. Come on, Burb.
Just burn yourself to death. Damn it. Oh, bollocks. 13 to hit?
Sadly, no.
Damn it. Alright, fine. Pass.
Anything else? You're just gonna stay right there?
I'm gonna stand right here.
All right. It is the rock's turn. Yeah, it can't see Sugar anymore, so... Yeah, it's gonna try to flee. It's gonna grab Bobby the snail. It's gonna... Diomedes, you will get an attack of opportunity on it as it's... because it's just running. This isn't a flyby, so you do get an attack of opportunity as it...
Alright,
gonna
I'll
try
do
to
my best.
GTFO. Yeah.
I drop my shield and go for a two-handed swing at this.
Roll me a
Gonna try and-
dexterity check.
Okay. Great dex is only 6.
Yeah, you can't quite... You go to do that, and you can't quite drop it in time. You'll still get the attack off, but it's going to be one-handed.
Alright. Okay, no problem. Here it comes. It's only a 13.
You actually you think enough about moving in front of Trinkle and like you're trying to drop the shield and move in front of her as this rock goes flying on by that you just miss.
Okay.
As it flies out,
I said I don't want to hurt Bobby, that's why I'm holding back.
there you go. You're like, oh god, not the snail.
Yeah. It's like, ooh.
As it goes to fly out, yeah, Sugar, you are right. It's going to try to avoid the other two people that it can see on its right, and so it does come into your range, so your held action goes off. You see in one of its talons as it flies past, Bobby the snail.
No. Okay, one of them's going to be the crit, and I'll roll the other attack.
There it is.
Okay.
The other attack misses, but the crit will hit. And I have my necrotic shroud up. I have my necrotic shroud up, so that's okay. So it's gonna be the same thing. It's 8d8 plus 13 this time. 1, 2, 3. Because I'm gonna use a second level divine smite. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 13. 39 plus 13. is maths. That's 52.
Describe in gory detail the death of this creature.
Yes.
It had 25 hit points left. You like ultra murdered it. How does it die?
As I see it flying out with my good friend Bobby the snail, I jump up, one attack kind of so the first one just slices off its head, and that's of course why the other one misses, because there's no head to hit on my way back.
I love it. Yeah, it goes flying past and you cleave its head off, and then the rest of the body it ends up tumbling. And that's how you miss, because it moves suddenly in a direction that you're not expecting as the body and the head now tumble and land out in the dirt. Nyla, you and Rylan outside see this headless body and dig into the ground.
Blood
the body
sprays
is flat
on my face.
Ha. The body is flat on its back, and in one dead held claw you see the shell of Bobby the snail. You're not quite sure if it's alive or not because he's withdrawn into his shell, but the rock is definitely dead. You're out of initiative. What would you guys like to do?
Collapse.
I'm gonna go over and immediately start plucking feathers.
Sure.
I'm hungry.
Well, I mean, it
Rylan's
wasn't for your food, but You
Cook
can
up
eat
some
it if
lovely
you
cook
really
it?
like to. I guess you could cook
Rylan,
that.
Rylan, use your magic to cook it.
I could roast it, yes, with more fire.
Let's roast it! Roast it!
Okay.
Roast it!
We keep eating the monster.
Fireball!
God,
Fireball!
hold on. I go over to Bobby and I lay on hands to Bobby.
Oh my God.
So the problem right now is that the rock is holding the shell in its claw. So you'd have to try to get the claw out. While Sugar's doing that, Nyla, it's not a question of how many feathers you can get, because this bird is huge, even with all of the damage that's happened. But the feathers are like the size of you. How many would you like?
That's okay.
We do have a bag of holding.
I will take like 5.
Well,
Okay. Because
I'll take
Nyla
one.
is carefully selecting feathers. Yep, Trinkle, one of these feathers is like twice the size of you.
I know.
Nyla's got like a bunch, like a cord of wood under her arm.
Just the feathers.
Exactly. Some of the other halflings are coming out of the building now to marvel at this creature that you guys have killed. Sugar, how would you like to try to free Bobby?
I guess I will try to pry the claw open.
Give me a strength check.
Okay. Well, it's going to do the thing where it doesn't listen to me and it thinks I'm not proficient, but I am. So it's going to be +2. 15.
Yeah, I'll say that's enough. Like one claw at a time. 1 or 2 of the claws you basically have to break, and in its death grip on this thing, you grab the snail. It's not the most like, you stumble a little bit when you grab the flail snail because it's heavy. It is several hundred pounds, but you manage to kind of use the momentum to put it down on the ground, and it is still completely withdrawn in its shell.
Bobby. I'll try to cast lay on hands on it to see if that helps at all.
Roll a nature check.
Oh no, I'm not that smart. Nature. 12. Not bad for me.
You're looking at this thing. Nyla, you see Sugar examining this shell with the snail drawn into it. Roll a nature check. As you're plucking feathers. Cords of feathers.
Not much better. Actually, kind of
You're like,
worse.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, Sugar, go ahead and do your lay on hands.
Okay.
that's a wild
I'll
magic
just,
search from Bobby as well, by the way.
Bobby!
It's really bad. Bobby, no!
All right.
I give it 5 points of lay on hands.
Okay,
Want me to roll
we'll
this?
go ahead and roll the wild magic search for Bobby as Sugar lays on hands.
Amazing!
Oh
That's-
no, Bobby.
Bobby.
Okay, 5,
He's turned
3,
into a
4,
dragon.
6. Bobby can speak the language of bears, but they don't listen.
Okay. Sugar, you lay your
It's a
hands
linguist.
on this shell. You feel your warmth seep into it, and then Bobby's this flail snail head slowly comes back out and looks at you, and it goes, "Rawr." And then it starts to slowly make its way back in towards the warehouse, greedily, just slowly but greedily eating up all of the dirt and rocks and even some of the glass. It's re-eating it and leaving behind a trail of slime. And as it passes everybody, it goes, "Rawr, rawr."
Hey, Bobby,
Sounds like a
no
bear.
hard feelings. No
It
hard
waves
feelings
a
about
few of
making
its.
the bait.
It waves a few stalks of its flails at you and goes, "Rawr," and continues on
Oh.
back into the warehouse.
Menacing snail.
Sounds,
That's
Nyla,
amazing.
you're like, wow, this is the best bear impression you've ever heard.
You speak bear, Nyla?
No, but we keep them as pets sometimes and ride them for fun.
We could
So
keep Bobby as a pet.
At that
I
point,
mean-
Verna comes out and says, I would love to let you keep him as a pet, as his payment, but we have very few of the flail snails left, and if we're going to rebuild the business and keep everybody employed, we really need him to stay. But he is adorable. I do understand.
I don't care
did
about
say-
keeping people employed.
yeah, you did say you could get new snails at any
I
time.
did say that. We did save your
yes,
life.
but
Bob's life.
I
What are
This
you
could be
gonna
your
do
payment
with
to us.
Bobby?
I don't know. Make bear noises together. Study him. See if he can actually speak to bears.
So
You could
we
be
could
a
sell our
wonder
own
child.
glass.
We could sell our own glass. We could make our own. Zymedes, think about this. We could make our own glass walls whenever we wanted.
Yes, it went so well.
Well,
Remember the
I mean-
owl bears? Whatever happened to them? I don't remember. We need more pets.
They're back at the end.
he's like,
Like first in.
like currently yanking shards of glass out of my muscle, and like, actually, maybe I've had enough glass for one adventure.
Wait, you don't like glass anymore? But this was your amazing plan.
This was the whole thing.
Me.
What your
Look
whole
at
thing
me
was
now.
glass.
Is-
Wild magic search for sugar as well from Nightcronos.
As I'm
do it.
bathing in rock blood.
Yeah, as you
Right,
come back in, as he
54.
rolls this, Verna will say, "Well, we can probably work something out if you would like to keep Bobby. I guess if you want Van, then that's
Leave
fine."
Bobby alone.
And she points over. She points over towards the 400-pound flail snail that can move 10 feet around.
So
He
sugar's
is
wild
yours.
magic.
Enjoy. I'm sorry. What was wild magic?
If Sugar is slain, she awakens the next day fully healed once. We did that one time.
Write that down. That's that.
A
that should
resurrect
get at
right
you.
there.
Oh,
Where did you
really?
So
Say that again?
if she dies, what happens?
It's in the chat, but she awakens the next day fully healed.
Oh wow.
But it
think
doesn't
I
say
still have-
where.
Ooh, my-
It doesn't say where. That's true.
Okay, good to know. All right.
Rock blood is therapeutic.
You're looking like 10 years younger.
I know, which is weird. That makes me super young.
A lot of the halflings from this tiny little
look
village are now
12?
surrounding the rock. Yeah, you look 4. It's freaky, actually.
Ah!
No, you don't. They're starting to also harvest from this creature. Verna says, "Well, if you're not going to keep Bobby, I can assume that my mother actually was going to give you some payment for this, so you'd have to return to her. But definitely, we can make sure that she knows that you did a great deed. The one is dead. The other, I would like to think it will not return after what happened. I know I kind
Mounted
of
head
Oh, yeah.
plaque. Mounted head as a warning.
That's a good idea.
Also,
will
Jingle, do you have any
smell,
more
but-
healing in the tank?
Yeah, I can help you out.
Brings a
yeah,
whole-
sure. Give me
See
a
me
second.
like picking out shards of glass again. It's like brings a whole new meaning to a pane of glass.
That was
Next
terrible.
wild magic surge I get is
21.
going right to you, Zyme. Gonna happen.
I've had it coming.
Is there anything else
Oh,
we can do for you? That was the big problem that we had. But thank you so much. I appreciate all of your help.
I think we're good. Nyla, do you know if there's any good parts of this big bird that we want? I mean, the feathers are cool, but I don't know. Is there any part?
You
I
could
don't know
make-
about this kind of stuff.
Like feathered dresses. Like just
Ooh.
the dress, but it's all
just-
feathers. I would like that personally.
Can I roll either a perception or a nature check to see if we should keep any parts of the bird?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a nature check.
What about those talons? They look pretty gnarly.
25.
All right. From what you know, besides the fact that this creature is massive in scale, there's nothing really special or magical about its parts, just the sheer size of it. There's not really organs or anything to harvest. You think the meat is good to eat, although you don't know anyone personally or even just know someone who knows someone, just because these creatures are so rare. You don't actually know anyone who's eaten any, but as far as you know, it's bird meat. It'll probably feed this tiny little village for the next 3 months. The talons are sharp, but nothing special. The feathers, because they are huge, what Sugar was talking about can definitely happen. You can craft these into all kinds of
You
things.
can make capes
and
of bird feathers.
You definitely could, absolutely. And it's the creature itself has a variety of colors on it. Its head starts off red, and then the feathers go blue and white. There's black ones along the edges, and the tail goes fiery red. It's a beautiful creature, and once again, big enough that even with all the damage it's taken, you could probably find any of those colors amongst its feathers. Yeah. The feathers are probably the most aesthetically pleasing part of it, but there's no... Once again, these creatures are so rare, there's not really an opportunity to do any study on them, but everything that you know is just a really big, pretty, dangerous bird.
I relay all of that information.
Can I please have a cape with the red feathers? Pretty please.
We can take more. I mean...
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They're probably going to
do
pluck
I
it.
want blue ones. I want blue ones.
I guess
I get more blue ones, so we grab enough to make capes.
I was about to say, once again, it's big enough that if you're willing to spend the time, you can.
Yeah.
Is there any black feathers?
There are.
Yeah,
There's blue, red, white, black, and you could probably find a few orange. Let me.
I'm gonna take black feathers.
We look so cool, you guys. You guys.
I
Oh,
chop off
purple.
one of the talon. Assuming as they aren't going to much use.
The one that was holding on to Bobby the snail is kind of twisted and broken because Sugar had to pry it off. But the other one still seems fairly undamaged. Go ahead and roll a strength check to cut it off. Are you trying to take the whole thing, like at the wrist, or are you trying to just get a claw?
I'll get a claw, yeah. Not the whole talon itself. I should be trying to get just a claw.
Okay.
I only rolled a 9, though.
Okay. You grab it, and you're like, and you go to rip it off, and you get the whole claw except the end of the talon breaks off. So it's kind of like instead of it being a full-on claw, it's like it already got clipped at the end. Yeah, it's chipped, but you got it.
And how big is that roughly? Like,
oh, it's massive. It is one of these things. You could set it down on the ground, and even chipped, it curves up like to your face. It's 5-6 feet in length. It's massive. I mean, this creature, it grabbed you with one of its talons and could take off and fly. So, and these were considered juveniles.
Maybe I'll
This is a
chop it down.
juvenile?
Yeah. Hey, can I fix
That's
it?
right, yes. There are bigger ones.
You mind if I chuck this in the bag of holding? Some sort of trophy, maybe?
Sure.
Sure.
It's pretty full
You
with
wanna
all
roll
the
the thing?
feathers, but you can do it.
Yeah. You wanna try and dexterously put it in without piercing the bag of holding? Cough, cough.
You can ease it on in because it's
Okay,
a chipped one. The sharpest part of the talon was the part that got chipped off, so you can ease it on in. And Rylan, you would know that once it's in there, it's not going to pierce from the inside. It's mostly the outside you have to worry about.
Okay.
That's all right.
All right. Is there anything? It was
Well,
only
I
about
mean, I
a
just
2-hour.
Do we want to eat?
Yeah,
I'm
why not?
hungry. I just vomited up a bunch of worms from my nose.
Let's eat that, Rylan.
Firebolt! Firebolt! Firebolt!
You start to firebolt this thing.
You have to say it every time.
Yes. Well,
I mean, maybe we should have cut off a piece of meat before we tried to cook it.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we should like rotate it, like like cut off the
I don't know
side.
how to lift this thing.
levitated.
Can you levitate it?
No.
Verna walks over and says, if you would like, we can cut off a few bits and bring it on over to the Sleeping Snail, the inn that is in town, and we can cook it there.
Let's.
Seems too easy.
I mean, if you want to dig into it, that's fine, but I was just going to take a steak. And you can see a halfling come walking on up, wearing a butcher's robe that she's tying along the back and has pulled out a meat cleaver, the largest meat cleaver you've seen, and this halfling is just ready to go to town on this rock. And so if you will let her, she will carve off some giant Flintstone-sized flank steaks for you.
Oh, that actually sounds really good. Okay, I'll let her do it. She's pro. She knows where the best meats are. The best marbling.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell I'm hungry?
Never let a kill go to waste.
She looks at it and she's like, no, just no, we're not gonna let the crab meat go. We're not gonna let the rock meat go. Yeah, this chef knows what she's doing, and it's obvious that they're used to dealing with non-standard ingredients here, and she slaughters this thing. And so if you'd like to hang around for the day, there will be a giant feast back at the Sleeping Snail Inn, which is kind of a tiny little inn that they will serve you giant bits of rock meat. It's delicious. She's done the thing in where she basically just sears it in a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and oh, it's delicious. Did you want to spend the night, or did you want to head back to the main town before dark? It's up to you.
Well,
I can take it
this
to
place
go.
is rather miserable, as are its people. So maybe we should go back to town and be away from them on our magic carpet.
Right.
Right.
Sounds good. Can we take like a doggy bag full of raw meat so that we can cook it ourselves back at home?
The cook, who you've learned her name is Chenna, immediately grabs a paper bag, and it's one of those giant. You think a doggy bag, you think like a little thing. It's this giant, like grocery sized bag, and hands it over to you and says,
Trader Joe's.
lightly peppered.
Lightly, okay, got it.
Also, was it possible if we could investigate those Kenku who like attacked us out seemingly out of nowhere? Just,
Oh yeah,
see
we
what's
should
going on.
loot them.
Kinkus,
Alright.
Kinkus.
'Cause some of them seem
You,
quite powerful.
Yeah, you head on back over there. It's been a couple of hours, and so
Yeah.
some of the other people in town have already kind of rifled through these beings. They've pulled them from where. You went after a rock, and then you went to dinner. So they took care. They've lined up the bodies. You can see they've kind of prepared them as though, like, in the morning we'll dig graves or something. And you search through them. Go ahead and anyone who's interested, roll investigation checks.
I will assist someone. I will aid them.
I have something else I want to do after.
I can take them.
All right.
You do it.
I'll aid
That's,
Rylan.
investigation?
Yes.
Oh, wait. My thingy's frozen. This one wanted to stop working. I think I rolled it. Did it turn up?
Yeah,
there's
there's
15.
Yeah, 15.
15, there it is.
15.
Cool.
I'm aiding
Alright.
you, so did you get advantage or?
Oh, yeah.
You do get advantage. Will it roll? Will it roll?
It,
Will it roll?
it's-
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Oh.
a one. So,
well,
well,
1 of 15.
in a way, it did.
You don't find very much on these creatures. You think maybe because it's been a couple hours and you'd left it there that if they had any money on them, maybe some of the townspeople already took it, because you do find a couple
Right.
empty coin pouches. The interesting thing that you do find is on the cleric, Bob, the one that you're having problems with, where you expect there to be holy symbols.
Problems.
He was, there's no holy symbol that you recognize as one of the standard gods, but what you do find is a roughly a wooden carved rock, a small little like token that has this rock carved into it, and it's rough, but it's pretty obvious that this might have been what these creatures were worshiping.
Damn it, Bob!
Do I recognize it at all?
Every time.
Roll a religion check.
Bob didn't even follow real gods. Who the hell is this guy?
Wait, so we have a Bob and a Bobby.
Yeah,
we
well, I
actually
didn't name this. You guys named the snail last week or 2 weeks ago.
we
Bobby.
named-
I named the Kenku. I actually don't know Bob's name, so just the Kenku cleric. Trinkle, with that roll, you've never heard of anyone worshiping a rock before, but you don't really know much about Kenku, so
Yeah.
who knows?
I don't know, it looks like a funky rock to me. Look, his face upside down, it kind of looks like Rylan when he's grumpy.
Obo,
Yes, hi.
while they're doing this, I'm going to go around the corner, just go by myself, and I'm going to take the blood that is on my body and I'm going to coat my sword in it.
Okay.
Just
Um,
normal stuff, chill stuff.
Yeah, you go around the corner, kind of wipe yourself off, and then wipe it on the blade. Wipe yourself off, wipe it on the blade. Watch as the blood seeps into the blade. Wipe yourself off, wipe it on the blade. You don't hear anything. Nothing comes to you, but
Pat, pat.
your
Okay.
blade is clean.
Yay! And then I press to digitate myself so I'm clean.
Yeah.
So many misguided
Cool. I
creatures.
go back.
We have Kenku worshipping rocks, lizard folk worshipping Tarasks. What's it going to be next?
With people worshipping snails here as well. Snails
Bobby
worshipping bears.
Bobby the snail growls at you like a bear. Arr.
Well done,
It's
Bobby.
okay,
well said.
Bobby. It's okay, Bobby. You're okay.
The totem of the
He
bear.
will be our war snail.
I really think we should keep Bobby. He is a good snail and has proven us loyal.
He's going to slow
Yeah.
us down. And
He's proven his worth today.
I mean, we could put him on the magic carpet and then we could all walk.
Are we
We
gonna
could
like
ride-
do
He's the only one on the carpet. Nobody else can
We could ride a snail who was riding a magic carpet. We could ride on Bobby, be on top like a cake.
Oh.
Slime the carpet up. I mean, that's a possibility.
We're turning the glass. Actually, this might be a terrible idea. It might weigh down the
Yeah, we
carpet.
should just leave Bobby alone. Leave Bobby alone.
Leave him alone! Didn't do anything
Let's
to
let
you!
Bobby make his decision.
I mean,
And you were all deciding what
Oh.
you want to do with Bobby. Verna will come up to you and say, "Now you know if you want to thank the flail snail, they like to eat minerals and crystals and rocks. So you can feed them a treat. Got any of
there's a
that?"
big
I
rock
have-
bird right there.
Yeah. I have a green gem. I could feed him this green gem.
And I hold
you
up
put
the
it down.
rock with the cake of God.
All right, Nyla grabs a big meaty rock and puts it down. Sugar puts her green gem down. Trinkle grabs the wooden token of the rock from the Kenku down, and
I grab,
Bobby is very
I grab the
Sorry?
statue of the Kenku. I'm like, yeah, I need some iron in his blood. Put down the massive statue of the Kenku.
Oh my
Smile.
goodness!
Rylan, are you offering up anything to this flail snail buffet?
You know what, Bobby? Have this. I'm gonna like scoop up some of my worms that I've like
Oh, no.
sneezed out, and I'm gonna. There you go, Bobby. Like, I'm gonna feed it to him. You know, like you're a kid at like a petting zoo, and you've just gone to get like a bag of feed to give some sheep. Oddly
All right,
specific reference. I did it recently.
Very specific, but I get it.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby crawls over your hands. It's like part of the left side of it kind of comes over your hands, scoops up some of the worms, goes over the rock that Nyla left, and you hear crunching, goes over the gem that Sugar left, and not only do you hear crunching, but you actually think you hear like enjoyment. Grabs the thing that Trinkle grabbed of the holy symbol, you guess, snatches that up, and then Diomedes, I'll say with enough time, I won't make you do any checks. You've dragged the solid iron Kenku into the warehouse and plunked it down where Bobby slowly climbs on top of it. And now that it's climbed on top of this thing, you can see it is just very slowly eating, grinding, and dissolving this thing, and it seems to be super happy. It's got a buffet, and you've all made
Good job, Bobby.
incredibly happy.
You deserve it, Bobby.
If we don't get art of Bobby the Flail Snail, I will be very upset.
Get on that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys say farewell to Bobby the Flail Snail, and you guys are going to head back into Triel?
Yep. Go
All right.
tell the woman who hired us that we did it. We're awesome. Yay, us.
Sure. Okay. One of you does have to walk because the carpet will only carry
I'll walk.
4 of you.
I'll walk. It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
I can fly.
You
some
guys head on
distance,
back. Yeah, no, it was about a 2-hour flight. It takes like a little bit longer with you walking besides. It's not that far. It's far enough to be. It's far enough that you get there after dinner, which is a good thing that Trinkle has a doggy bag of birdie bag.
No.
I don't know. You go see Cora Sideband, who was the halfling who owns this whole operation, who's the one who had hired you. Verna has given you guys a note that she's quickly scribbled, just a basic, we're okay, we're going to stay and make sure that everything gets repaired and back on track. And she is still at her office. And she says, yes, how did everything go? You look worse for wear, but alive, so I guess it must be okay.
We smashed it.
Yeah, nailed it. Super good
Then-
job. Oh, there were
What, you-
rocks. You didn't know this. There were big. There
No.
were big burbs. Yeah, no, there were 2. They were tearing apart everything. One warehouse had its top ripped off, but your daughter and her wife are a-okay. Some people died.
Good.
There was a drunk. Good that some people died.
No, good that they're okay.
Oh yes. Okay. So yeah, there was a guy that died named Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He was a hero, and we saved the day. There were some weird Kenkus. We killed them too. Basically, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes,
You're welcome.
thank you. That sounds incredible. Okay, well, I've got a lot of work to do. She reaches under the desk and hands you a bag that contains 200 gold and says, well, this is, I think, what I promised. If there's anything else that I can do for you, that you've done a great service for us, and thank you. And I think
I whispered to Sugar. Are we only getting 200 gold total?
I think so.
It's not about the gold. It's about doing the good across the land.
I mean, we need to survive, though.
Guys,
you whispering
that's
with
what
us?
we are. That's what we
Barely
agreed.
got a
Me and
towel
Trinkle
with
are
us.
really tight. Okay.
yeah, Rylan does have this awesome towel.
That's
Oh, that
true.
is true.
Look, we're pretty close to water deep, right?
You're very close.
We could like go on a shopping spree. Like I personally have 200 gold now. We could go on a crazy shopping spree. Just saying.
Well, let's get our money and run.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
get your money.
we should probably rest and then run.
Yeah.
How
Well,
much are
and
we
Trinkle,
split?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
40 each. 40
40
each.
each.
Trinkle, you do know that Zende was holding your rooms in the inn here in Triel, the Smiling Lion, where you guys had woken up yesterday morning. And when you let her know kind of what your plans are, she's like, oh yeah, if you want to go and spend a couple of days in Waterdeep and do some shopping, you're all gonna level up, so you're all gonna be level 8 after this, so if there's anything you want, you can definitely go there and get it.
Wow.
Excellent.
What's this leveling up you talk about?
Oh, it's just a thing that I talk about. Don't worry about me. But I can tell that you're all gotten much more powerful, and so if there's anything you want to go pick up now, would definitely be the time. And when you're done, I'll come get you because I've got another friend who needs a little bit of help. How are you all with horses?
I mean, I'm great with horses.
Good, yeah.
I'm better with snails.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
How are you with?
Act like bears.
That's interesting. I've never come across one of those. How are you with cursed horses?
What?
And that is where we'll stop for today.
What?
So yes, you guys are all level 8, so you can go ahead and level up between now and then. And yeah, I'll say between now and next week, when we get back together, not only will you be level 8, but if you'd like to, as a group, spend your gold, you will take a leisurely trip to Waterdeep and let me know what you would like to buy, and we'll make it happen. And next week you will show up somewhere else apparently to deal with cursed horses.
Awesome.
Yay.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that, my friends. If you enjoyed tonight's show, of course, let us know there in the chat. If you haven't followed the show yet, hit the follow button and join us. You can catch us here every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern for monthly modules. But stick around because we're playing some Call of Cthulhu, Atomic Cthulhu, coming up in just a few moments here. We've got some special guests joining us, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So stick around for that. But let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? And of course, where can we find you guys online? Obo Crazy, great job tonight. What did you think of the show?
I love it when a plan comes together, and when I can make a plan come together, just maybe not in exactly the way that you were expecting. But it was awesome, and I loved it, and it was great. And thank you, as always. I've missed playing with the whole group, so this was amazing to have you all here and level you all up. And we only have a couple episodes left, so I'm excited to see what happens with your new powers and your new funness. But if you'd like to see me, I am also the DM of Dungeon Drunks, which is a podcast that comes out on Mondays, actually. So Monday's kind of a busy day for me. You can find us at Dungeon Drunks or dungeondrunks.com. They are currently still in the Feywild, still having fun with the Feywild and with Beholders, because what's more fun than the Feywild but Beholders? So you guys get the birds, they get the eyes. Also, if you're going to be at the Rooster Teeth Fan Expo next week, Dungeon Drunks is going to be doing our live game for charity. So come see us. Come see us and say hi. If you're not, we will be broadcasting live through the RTX Twitch, and I'll have more information about that hopefully next week. But that's Friday at 4 o'clock in the Hilton Grand Ballroom. So come see us then. And otherwise, follow me at Obo Crazy and see me do music and oboe things and D&D things.
Awesome. Great stuff. And Lauren.
Yes, I had a blast. I really love how that all came together in the end. That was great. And I thought fighting all the Kenkus was really, really fun too, because I thought we worked really well together. We just took those bastards out. Yeah. Fucking Bob. Places you can find me on the internet are at That Salty Ginger over on Twitter. I play games with my friends. I'm actually going to be on Atomic Cthulhu in like half an hour with some of my best friends. I'm really excited.
Hi to Jules for me.
Other places, I will. I'm very excited to play with Jules. So yes, let's see, what's my next thing? On Saturday night, I play in a high-level D&D campaign over on the Grey Hawk channel. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern. It is super duper fun. Just killed an ancient red dragon. I love bards. They're the best. That's DM'd by Greg, Grimjack21502. And then on Sundays, I'm over on his channel playing Pulp Cthulhu, Project Athena. best game, give 'em my heart. I love it so much. And we do that at 7 p.m. Eastern every Sunday. Next week is our mid-season finale before we all road trip it over to Gen Con together. So please, please, please check that out if you like punching Nazis and lots of feels.
Aw.
Great stuff. And we also had Chris with us tonight. Chris, same questions to you, my friend.
Yeah, no, today was awesome. Was really looking forward to seeing how that rock would end up going through that pane of glass, and well, it went smashing. So yeah, I can't wait. Cursed Horses looks like a cool adventure as well. And oh man, there's been too many puns, hasn't there? Ovo, sorry man, that's bad. Anyway, I hope to get some sort of magic sword. Hopefully, I could do. Yeah, I could really do with the magic weapon. That'd be great. Hopefully, I have enough pennies spent, pennies saved up for that. But anyway,
Piggy bank.
other than that, yeah, my piggy bank. I think we should have like a snail bank. That'd be cool. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter.
Had with Bobby. You could have turned Bobby into a snail bank.
Oh no,
Damn it.
poor Bobby. Could never do that. My sister would never forgive me. Oof. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Senrith_. And yeah, I'll be here next Monday, hopefully, with everyone.
Great stuff. Thank you, Chris. And Sam.
Today was pretty awesome. I'm really happy that we saved Bobby, and I'm sad that we did not bring him along with us because he is my new best friend. You can find me on Twitter at Harley's Armory. I occasionally post stuff. It's funny, maybe. Probably not.
Solid pitch right there. Thank you, Sam. And last but not least, Toto D.
Oh, it was awesome. It was fun to be back. I wasn't able to go the last few weeks because of moving, which was crazy, but it's fun to be back and to play Trinkle, and I love our crew. We are just amazing. Like, today was like flawless. Like, it was perfect. And so I'm excited to also go shopping because I'm a girl and I love shopping all the time. So hopefully you can find some good stuff. And you can find me on Twitter. I'll put posting in chat at MadTotoD or on Twitch. I will be starting my Twitch back up starting next week. I am pretty much done getting everything ready and settled, so I'm super excited to get back in. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to level up. I have to admit that. That's probably the thing I'm most excited about. Leveling up. New spells are my favorite things. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week, and hopefully see you next Monday.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, stick with us here on Encounter Roleplay for some Atomic Cthulhu coming up, and tune in same time next week for more monthly modules. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Oh.